If you haven't heard of the recent gaming sensation that is World of Goo, you've probably been living under a rock. Not just kidding. It's because it's an indie release, and although it's getting a lot of acclaim from the gaming press, non-gamers probably won't hear about it, and that's a real shame, because I have a feeling a lot of non-gamers would enjoy it. World of Goo is a really fun, innovative, physics-based puzzle game with a great sense of humor, and in those respects it reminds me a lot of Portal, which is a very good thing. Not that World of Goo looks or plays anything like Portal. Actually, some reviewers have suggested World of Goo with its wacky fun gameplay and colorful clean art direction looks like something Nintendo would develop, though it's actually the brainchild of a two-man indie game studio known as 2D Boy. At first, it seems like a building game. For the first few levels, you'll be using goo balls to build towers and bridges in order to reach the exit of each level. Eventually, you'll get access to goo balls with different attributes like balloons, flammable goo balls, and water goo balls. You'll have to do a lot more problem solving in the later levels. Although you start off slowly, you'll quickly notice the role physics plays in the game. If you make a goo tower too thin and too high, it'll fall over just as you'd expect. Consequently, you'll find yourself in a constant conflict with gravity. Some of the levels seem a lot harder than they actually are as a result of this. After the first few levels, a cutscene will inform you that the World of Goo Corporation has opened. This is the game's online component. Here you can use all the excess goo balls you've collected to build a goo tower as high as you can and see how your tower stacks up against other players online. The main game is divided into 4 chapters and an epilogue, each with a distinctly unique art style and several different levels. One thing I should point out about this game is the music. It's outstanding for a game like this. It ranges from big, epic songs to cool, jazzy tunes. It fits the game well, and you won't feel compelled to listen to your own music while playing. The main game will only take, I'm gonna say as a guess, 3 to 6 hours the first time, but it's fun enough to play several times through. There are plans to release map packs in the future, and a third-party developer is working on a level editor, which should ensure a decent community and a lot of replay value for this game. And now for the totally subjective part of this review. How much fun did I have with this game? Well, a lot. It's fun and pleasant to look at. Some of the levels gave me a bit of a hard time, but once I found the solution, none of them were too hard to finish, and that's what a great puzzle game should be. Most of the work is done in the player's head, not with a keyboard or controller. Also, as I mentioned before, this game has a wonderful sense of humor. You can really tell how geeky these developers are. The art is funny, the sound is funny, even the fake loading messages at startup are funny. And then there's the hilarious conclusion of Chapter 4, which I won't give away, but trust me, it's good. World of Goo is a superb little game. In fact, I can only think of 3 points of criticism for the whole thing. 1, it's too short. 2, there are no system options like display and audio settings for the PC version, which I tested. You can change the resolution by editing the config file, but I have no idea why such options were not included in the game. 3rd, and finally, it costs $20, which seems a little high considering I was able to pick up Portal separate from the rest of the orange box for half that much. If it ever goes on sale for less, definitely pick it up. Otherwise, I'd recommend you download the demo and try the game for yourself before making the decision. World of Goo is currently available for PC, Mac, and WiiWare. Also, a Linux version is coming soon. But you know this game would be absolutely great on Nintendo DS or the iPhone with their stylus and touchscreen interfaces respectively. Get on that, developers.